Hey, folks, are we having fun yet? Hey, it's Rick Elkin, and it's April 22nd, and I just want to talk to you today about something I think is really, really important. And I'm really kind of screaming at the top of my lungs. I mean, I try not to be too alarmist and discuss things that I see going on in the world in a way that's rational and maybe make it easier and more understandable for people. But I mean, this time I feel like I'm running down the street with my hair on fire because I want to report my house is on fire, and it's not just my house; it's our house. So I recall on November 4th, 2020, saying out loud that I thought we had just witnessed our generation's Pearl Harbor. And I also recall a lot of my friends and neighbors telling me I was nuts and that I was overreacting and that everything was going to work out fine and that I should just calm down. But here we are now, 5 months later, and I just want to shout at the top of my lungs that we have to stop letting the media gaslight us. I know most of you now know what gaslighting means. I've been talking about it since I published my book a year ago, and now it's all over the media because it's appropriate. Gaslighting is where you're constantly told that you're going crazy, that the lights aren't really going down, even though they are. And if you get told that enough times, after a while, you start to question your sanity. Are they or aren't they? And this is where we are now, I think, with almost everything. Is it global warming? Is it racism and white supremacy? Is it, every subject, the COVID-19 pandemic? We're asking ourselves, is this real or are we really seeing this? Am I going crazy or what? And the reason this is so critical is because this is done on purpose to distract us. And Americans, are kind of getting, I think, becoming more and more aware that this can't be true, that we're not all racists, that we're not all climate deniers, that we're not all extremists and terrorists, and that, if you're white, you're a white supremacist. This can't be true. And yet, all we hear every day, day in and day out, is that it is true. And that this is a state of being that we all have to now submit ourselves to and accept as the new normal. So I want to warn you to stop being distracted by these manufactured delusions and, stop buying all of the Hollywood fabrications and the people on the mainstream media. This is all done on purpose. It's all done to demoralize you, to take away your identity, and to make you think that you're going nuts, and you're not. So wake up. It's our turn to save the world. We are the passengers on Flight 93, and we have to say to ourselves, are we going to let the pilot fly this thing into the White House, or are we going to put it down? That was a reality for those folks, and unfortunately, they all died for a cause, and that was to save the White House and to save America. There was an attack on America, and they recognized it because they were in that plane and they knew what was happening. Here we are, socially, in a plane, but we're being distracted by the movie. We're not paying attention to where we're flying. And it's time to wake up. It's time to recognize that if we don't get the control of this plane back, America won't exist ever again. Once it crashes, it will be irretrievable. This idea that we should be looking forward to the next election and all this stuff, you're dreaming. We won't make it to the next election. There won't be another election. There won't be America as we knew it if we don't do something about this, because right now the people in charge of this plane don't have that future in mind for us. So, I just want you to wake up, get off the sofa, forget the baseball games, forget all this other stuff that you're getting so excited about, because all of a sudden now you're being told, oh, okay, you don't have to stay locked down anymore. Like, why were we in the first place? So I want you to wake up, and I would recommend that you go to lindelltv.com and watch the 2-hour documentary there that Mike Lindell has put together. It's an extension of his film he made about a month and a half ago called Absolute Proof, but this one is 2 hours long, and it has even more irrefutable proof that our country has undergone a hijacking by essentially communists, but basically people all over the world and people here in our own country that don't want to see America continue the way it has. They want to see a new China-style communist country, and they're getting there. They're real close to it. And that's partly because we've just accepted the results of this phony, stolen, hijacked election. My sense is, until we get over this and realize that this is not acceptable, we can't let this happen. We can't let the hijackers take down America the Beautiful. I know you think I'm nuts, but unless and until you get over this yourself and start paying attention, I'm going to keep railing on this. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you back here soon.